This is the difficult part. Hello everybody, I'm Michelle and I'm one of the two mythical unicorns on this channel. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. I'll link the original creator down below and let's just get started. Question 1. Are there any books that you need to finish before the end of the year and that you've already started? The answer to that question is yes. So currently I'm reading 6 physical books and I'm also listening to 2 books on Audible. Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zusak, The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson, The End We Start From by Megan Hunter, City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, and The Monsters We Deserve by Marcus Sedgwick. The 2 audiobooks I'm listening to is Trevor Noah, Born a Crime, and I'm listening to the adaptation of Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Question 2. Is there an autumnal book that you're planning to be reading into the winter season? And there's 2 that I've already mentioned. City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab and The Monsters We Deserve by Marcus Sedgwick. These are both quite eerie, creepy reads. They're kind of October reads, but now we're in November. But I'm loving them both, so I'm going to be continuing on and finishing them up. I'm hoping these 2 will be the first 2 that I finish because of their eerie and creepy feeling, so that I can get into the more cozy stuff as we go into December when I start rereading Harry Potter again. Question 3. Is there a sequel that hasn't come out yet that will be coming out at the end of the year? The answer for me for that is actually a no. Most of the series that I'm reading at the moment, or trilogies, are actually already finished, which is how I like to read them. So rather than patiently waiting around for the next one, or in my case, very impatiently, I just wait until they're all out and I can read it in its entirety. Question 4. Is there a book that could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I'm thinking this guy could take the prize on that. I've loved every single Marcus Zusak book I've ever read. I Am the Messenger is one of my favorite books of all time, as well as The Book Thief, obviously. I haven't gotten very far into this book yet, so I think this could be a real contender for my favorite book of 2018. Question 5. What are 3 books that you want to try and finish before the end of this year? So because I've started reading the Wax and Wayne series, I do want to try and finish these 2 as well as Alloy of Law. So these are the sequels to that, so I'm hoping to get to these before the end of this year. Also, because I was reminded by, I think it's a Netflix series, maybe, that I actually had this book on my shelf, is The Truth About the Harry Kubert Affair, because that looks like an interesting series, but I would quite like to dive into the book before watching the series. I've had this on my shelf for, I would say, about 7 years. I randomly picked it up once because I was really into reading crime novels and stuff at the time, but I never ended up picking it up. So I'm gonna try and do that now instead and see what this is all about, because it actually sounds really interesting. And the 6th and final question is, do you already have any reading goals for the upcoming year, so 2019? Yes, I have one of these, and that is to try and read a little bit more of non-fiction. I do have a little shelf of several of those, but they're mostly biographies. So I'm gonna try and start reading outside of that. So autobiographies and biographies I've read a lot of, and I really like them. I also really love listening to celebrities reading their own audio books, like for their own biographies, because I don't know, I really like the feeling of them telling their stories to you in their own way. But I'm gonna try and start with Consider the Lobster and Other Essays by David Foster Wallace. Now, I've read the first essay in this book. I've had it for a couple of years and I've just never ended up picking it up and actually reading through them all. I love David Foster Wallace's writing, so I think this is gonna be a good starting point for me. So I'm gonna try and pick this up already in January 2019 and try and be better at reading more non-fiction. So that was the end of the year book tag. If you have any reading goals for 2019 already, tell us about them in the comments below. And as always, like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye! Autonomous. Now it doesn't even sound like a word anymore because I've said it so many times in the incorrect way.